Hello, welcome to the channel. My name's Kevin J. Moore, the channel's Ptertain TV. Now this next video, it features Julia Hartley-Brewer speaking to ideologically possessed MP Lucy Powell. Let's listen to the conversation.
Let me also ask you about your vow today to smash the glass ceiling for women in tech. New analysis showing that just 6% of girls are taking computer science GCSE. What are you going to do?
Julia mentions Lucy's vow to smash the glass ceiling for women in tech, but there is no glass ceiling for women in tech. The country is equal in terms of job opportunities for male and female. Women can go for jobs just the same as men can go for jobs. A woman can apply to be a firefighter, a bus driver, or any other job they want to apply for. There is no glass ceiling in the UK for women to get a job that a man is doing. But Lucy is, of course, ideologically possessed, and that's what I said at the beginning of this video. She wants people. It's like these people want quotas, you see. So naturally, these women, if you look at the numbers, 6%, and this is when they're allowed to do it. So there's nothing stopping them, you see. There's no law saying women can't do it. But think about it, they've got full freedom and full rights. They can do the job, but they don't want to. They don't want to do it, and we're going to go on to see a bit more in the video shortly. But they're not choosing to do the computer-related jobs. They don't want to. But people are ideologically possessed that want quotas, want to push people into things they don't really want to do just so they can get their ideological ambitions fulfilled. Let's have a look at the more video.
Well, we are going to make this much more attractive for girls in schools and give them more inspiration about the jobs of the future that are on offer. As you say, you know, the tech sector in this country is booming, and not just that, but every job, every business in the next few years is going to become.
The tech sector is booming. Yes, she's correct there. It's booming, but not because of women. It's booming because of men.
Digital, and it's an absolute travesty that we are seeing so many girls dropping out from doing computer science at school. At the earliest opportunity, girls are dropping out, and just 6% of girls are taking computer science GCSE.
Well, maybe they don't want to take computer science GCSE. So maybe they don't. Maybe they just don't want to.
Lucy Powell. She actually uses the word travesty, which is a very strong word. It's a travesty, according to Lucy, that most females, most women, young women, they don't want to do computer science related roles. They don't want to do it. They've got choice. They've got a choice. They're not being, there's no, in fact, the coerciveness, if we're going to go on to see in the video, is coming from people like Lucy, people that want to push people into boxes. They think there's not enough people in this category doing this role. We need more people. They don't want to. They don't want to do it. But it's like making a quota. Listen, there should be more blacks doing bungee jumping. I mean, it's crazy. They don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? These women, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do computers. Why don't you try and push them into it? If someone said to me, listen, you don't do a bungee jump, you need to do it because there's not enough blacks doing bungee jumping. I don't want to do it. I've got free will. Like, there's no law against me doing bungee jumping, but I don't want to. You see what I'm saying? These women, they don't want to. But people like Lucy, they're all pushing, trying to say, no, get into this ideological box. There should be more women doing this. There should be more women doing that. They don't want to. We're going to go and see, look at the video. We're going to look at the video further, right? And it's interesting that Lucy mentions something personal as well in her own family. And it actually reinforces the point I'm making in this video. Listen to some more video anyway. You'll see. Have a listen.
Probably don't want to, because it's not a very interesting GCSE in its current form and its current curriculum, and that's why
we're going to make it more appealing to girls. Are we going to do textbooks in pink? What are we going to do?
Julia said, what we're going to do, how we're going to make it more appealing to girls, we're going to put textbooks in pink. It's a good one. Anyway, listen to Lucy's response to that, because I don't think Lucy's not happy about Julia making that point. But they're not interested, ultimately they're not interested in it. These girls are not interested in it. Anyway, it's a good one. We're going to put textbooks in pink. Have a listen to what Lucy said when Julia made that comment. Have a listen.
Well, no, I think that's a bit. Well,
exactly. So it's not, Julia, you're saying it's a boring subject.
People such as Lucy's politics are often identity driven. That's why when Julia made the off-the-cuff comment about pink textbooks, Lucy reacted quite calmly to it. However, if a man said it, especially a white man, imagine how Lucy would have responded. There's no way she would have responded as calmly as she did when Julia said it, because Julia is a woman. Anyway, have a look at the rest of the video.
It's
an
a
example.
boring subject for girls, so how are you going to make it?
It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be a boring subject, but what we've got is a computer science GCSE. For example, I mean, this is not the only thing. For example, that doesn't actually involve using a computer. It's a theory exam. It's not about all the great things that we can do in terms of computer processing, computer programming, and all of that it should be. So we can make these subjects more interesting, more enjoyable, and more relatable, so that people understand, young people understand, young girls understand the job opportunities of the future. But at the moment, it's none of those things. It's a boring curriculum, a very theory-heavy curriculum. It's not very inspiring, and girls are opting out from doing it. But we can't have a digital world that we are now living in, where only half the population, or less than half the population, have got the digital skills of the future that they need. And that's why we're going to be reforming the curriculum.
You say 6% of girls taking computer science. What percentage of boys are taking it?
It's much higher. The ratio is more than 4 to 1 boys to girls doing this GCSE, so it's a much higher proportion.
The woman that Julia's questioning, Lucy, she talk about the exam, she talks about this theory exam in technology, and then she also talks about the subject itself being boring, and tries to argue that they can do more theory, in other words, some sort of test-based stuff. But she's sort of it's an implication that really it's a boring sort of role, that sort of IT kind of technology-driven kind of role is quite boring. And Lucy's argument is it's quite boring for these young ladies. They don't find it interesting. So she's saying that she wants to try and change it. She said that maybe they could go into more doing the theory of it. Doesn't make sense what she's saying, really. Doesn't make any sense what she's saying. It's not. Listen, IT, right? The technology sector is a serious sector. The field of technology, learning about computers and all this, and that technical prowess that you need. Would most people probably think it is boring? In fact, even a lot of males would think it was boring. But definitely these women, they think it's boring. They're not interested. But a lot of the men that sort of got this mindset, they like it. They like technology, and they want to get on the computer and they want to write programs, whatever. Now, obviously, I'm making it clear that obviously there's women that do want to do it. Obviously there is, but it's not a large proportion, and it never will be, because they're not interested. Or the majority of women are not interested in this. They're not interested in doing the roles that Lucy is trying to enforce on them. They're not interested. It's simple as that. Lucy doesn't want to accept it because she's possessed ideologically. She doesn't want to accept that people make different choices of what she thinks they should make. It's like people like her, the type of people like her, that type of people that don't really like free speech, really, because they're that sort of type. They want to force you into the box that they think you should do. Do what they want. They don't want to do it, these women. They don't want to be in the technology. That's why it's so low, the figure. There's nothing stopping them doing it. It's like, even, I'll use another example, which is an easy one to understand. You do a survey about the people that work in the sewers, that do the drainage and work in the sewers, under the sewers and work in the dirt. Find out how many men and women are doing that. You know what I mean? I can guarantee the level is virtually none or very low. They don't want to do it. It's the same with IT. But for them, they're not interested in it, not got the interest. Like I said, there's some that do, but it's only a small proportion of women that want to do it. Majority of women, they don't want to do it. They don't want, but Lucy and people like her, they're interested in quotas and pushing people into boxes, trying to get more people. No, we need more people in this category to do it. We need more people in this. That's, in a way, I know it's a slightly different subject, but that's what ruined Doctor Who. You know, the television series Doctor Who. It ruined it because they kept. It's like they have quotas and certain people have to be in it. You know what I mean? There has to be a person that's this in this group has to be in it, and this group has. And then you start thinking about the actual decent storylines. You too busy thinking about the ideological side of things, trying to fill quotas. It messes things up. That's why Doctor Who was absolute garbage. The last one especially. And Jodie Whittaker was rubbish, because the reason why I said rubbish is because the storylines were crap, really. Because it's like they're doing the story because she's a woman. It's not, they're not making proper stories. They're too busy thinking about the ideological side of things, filling quotas. You know what I mean? Years ago, I never used to think about they used to do stories. That's why it's so good. But it changed because they started pushing these quotas. Anyway, listen to Lucy, because Lucy's going to talk now about her own family situation. What about her own children? She talks about children now, and really, her children and the example she gives is actually reinforcing the point against her argument. Have a listen to what she says.
I've got kids of my own, and I know my eldest son has done the computer science GCSE, and my daughter is absolutely going to drop it at the earliest opportunity, and that's pretty typical.
Well, maybe because she doesn't want to do it. Maybe on average, boys and girls often have different interests.
I don't understand. She doesn't want to do it. No, she doesn't want to do it. But we need her. I need her. We need her as an economy to be able to do it, and that's because
we're going to force girls to do computer science.
Subject.
All right.
No, we're not. We're going to make it more interesting so they choose to do it. Yeah.
I think you know I'm being sarcastic here. Just fine. I know you've got to go. I want to ask you about this.
It's also about having these digital skills right across the curriculum, because it's not just in computer science, but if you're doing French or English or or whole range of subject, product design, all of these.
I think we should be teaching touch typing over anything else in schools, but that's just me. I've watched enough newspaper editors typing with 2 fingers.
Speak about a daughter. She says she doesn't want to do it. Think about the parent has said her daughter, she's actually talking about her daughter at this point in this conversation. I mean, obviously, since this video was recorded, her daughter could have changed and she might become a computer scientist. She might go into IT and be one of the best IT software designers in the world. You never know. But according on this video presentation, on this video now, what we're just looking at, Lucy Powell's daughter does not want to do the role that Lucy wants to do. In fact, Lucy said, I needed to do it. I needed to do it. We needed to do it. That's what she said. Think about it. I needed to do it. What about what a daughter wants? I mean, seriously. What about a daughter, what she wants to do? If a daughter doesn't want to do it, I needed to do it. A daughter's got her own life. She doesn't want to do that role. I don't understand why she's trying to push it. You know, if I could imagine, listen, your daughter, listen, you're doing it. No, then she went, no, we're doing it, making it nicer so that they'll choose to do it. In other words, we're going to make it nice and fluffy so that they choose to do it. They're not going to choose to do it. They don't want to do it. This is the part of making this video. These people, they're literally ideologically possessed. All it's about quotas and what they think is right, morally right. No concern for a daughter. What about a daughter? A daughter's got feelings. A daughter's got feelings. If she doesn't want to do it, she doesn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Forcing her into something she don't want to do. No, I'm not forcing her. Make it nice and fluffy so she'll make the choice. She doesn't want to make the choice to do it. But they don't want to do it. It's as simple as that. Now, people like Lucy, goodness, what can you say about people like that and the way they think, the mentality they have? Literally, it's just... Anyway, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one.